Hello and welcome back for day number 2 of grinding on Harvest, our Friendsgiving island. I'm so excited today. Today we're gonna go for a villager hunt. First though, let's check our mail. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of mail. Oh yeah, I forgot we were in October, so we do get stuff from Jack, which I think is his poster. And then let's see, got some stuff from my mom and Nook's whatever Nintendo. And then Nook Inc is, oh yeah, because we get like the Halloween body paint and stuff, so that makes sense. I'm also using my Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, so I got the Switch in the mail as well, so that is handy. Oh, and it looks like our mom gave us some apples. Very nice. I did order the paisley bandana, but I did a little prep work before starting this video, and I felt like we needed a more fitting fall outfit, so I filled our storage with some clothes. So let's try to pick out an outfit real quick, because I am excited to get into the mood. I don't have too many like shirt options yet. I feel like for fall I usually go with like custom designs for clothing, but of course I need my bandage and my glasses because that is the most important thing. Also, please take these socks off. I can't stand those. Okay, well, let's see. What kind of mood am I in today? I kind of want to go, I was gonna say I kind of want to go for a sweater, but that's like all of our options, so you know, that kind of makes sense. Do I want to do yellow? I kind of want to do yellow. What if we did yellow in these pants? Oh, that's kind of like really yellow though. Maybe we need a darker bottom. Oh, these are like more red than I thought they were gonna be. What about these little gaucho pants? No, I feel like that's too light. I mean, denim pants always look good. I love the denim pants in this game. And the cuffed pants, those are really cute. Should I do brown? Maybe brown? Brown is kind of cute. Brown or the denim pants? Oh yeah, I have the cargo pants too. Cargo pants are actually kind of cute. They look a little shiny though, which is a little weird. We could do this. Very fall. Very fall. And then a little tulip hat. Or I do have the do-rags. And I got an acorn hat. I think I want to go for this tulip hat. Because I feel like this is just like too much orange, right? So maybe this tulip hat. And then my handy dandy moccasins, one of my favorite shoes in the game. We could also go sandals, but I feel like moccasins, I don't know, is it weird to wear pants and sandals? We also have the pleather boots. I think I want to go for moccasins though, and maybe the little acorn bag because it adds a little bit of green in the front. Am I way overthinking this outfit? I don't know, I feel cute though. Look at me. Super cute! Oh, and we get Nook Miles for that. I also did a little, I don't know, material grabbing, you know? So we should be able to just go ahead and build the Nook's Cranny today. So let me grab that stuff out of my storage. It's literally like all clothes, Nook Mile tickets, and materials. So not a very exciting storage that we got going on here. But we need all the wood and iron nuggets. And I think that's all we need for the shop right now. So that should be good. We also got Blathers moved to the island, you know, so he's over here on the beach. I don't know if I'm gonna keep him or not in the tent. I'm not quite sure yet. And then we got a bottle on the beach that I bet is a mirror. Yep. Nailed it. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and head over to the Plaza Resident Services to go donate these items. I haven't even talked to him yet today, so he hasn't even told us the plan yet, so he's gonna be like, you already have it? I literally just told you. Timmy, I brought you everything that you need all at once because I am a pro gamer and may have done this a few times, but I will keep my sources to myself. And I'm interested in to see what he's giving us. Oh, okay, we got a cushion, wide chino pants, and dinnerware. All right, not the best items. At least it's not wallpaper and flooring. I feel like that's what I always get, and I never end up using them, I don't think, so it's kind of dumb, but you know, I guess I'll take it because it's free, even though I'll probably throw it away or sell it, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But while we're in here, we can go ahead and upgrade our pockets and get the tool ring because we have enough miles. So, you know, might as well. Let's see. Let's do pocket first. I want that nice, juicy third row in my pockets. So much room for activity. Although it's kind of funny that we need like a tutorial on how to like fit more stuff into our pockets. Wouldn't you just be like, I don't know, kind of cram it in there a little bit, you know, just shove another item in your pocket? I don't know. And then I hate when you have to log back in. Like, just take me back there. And then let's go ahead and buy the tool ring as well. I kind of want to get the little braid hair hairstyle, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. And I think I'll only have like 30,000 miles left. I can always give myself more miles, but that's not really my, I don't know, my priority right now, so whatever. And we do have the not the plaza, what is this? The construction kit, so let's go place that somewhere. I don't like when you already have items in your pocket when you get the tool ring and they don't place them. I don't know, just like put those there, please. I had them in my pocket. There we go. And my vaulting pole, because we are gonna place the shop on the other side of the river. Yay! We all chant in unison. The other side of the river. Right here by this little area. I don't know why I always put Nook screening here. It always like fits perfectly though. I don't know. Yeah, right here. This is the spot. Yay! Our very own shop is placed down. Let's go. Did it say? Oh, it probably said livelier. Why is that word hard for me to say? I thought it said livier. I was like, what is that? Okay. First up, let's go ahead and put some of our stuff away. If we have room, I don't know how much room we have in our storage. Okay, 8 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, perfect. And then let's grab out, how many tickets should I start with? 20? Let's start with like 20 tickets. I'm gonna be optimistic because there are a bunch of cuties we can get today. So with that, I will meet you on the first ticket of our hunt. Let's go. We have made it to the first island, which is technically free because we get a ticket from Tom Nook. So free item, let's go. But you can see it down below. We have a lovely list of villagers we'll be looking for today. So I tried to make it even, and I did plan this out with members on a little member stream. So if you want to check that out and you're a member, you can go watch that VOD. But basically we picked all of these villagers. I will say Tabby was not selected by members. It was Pudge, but I really want Tabby. I wanted her on Matcha, and then I changed the theme of Matcha, so I had to get rid of her. But I really want her. I love her. So we have 5 girls and 5 boys, and today we can only find Peppies, Normals, and Lazies. So if you see the little letter underneath the villager, those are like what their personality type is. So we have 2 Lazies, we have Nate and Bones that we can find today. And then all of the girls we can actually find today. Obviously we can only find 2 of them. But we have 2 normals, Maggie and Bee, and then we have 3 Peppies, which is a lot of Peppies. But I actually like the Peppies, so no Peppy hate from me. But we can find Patty, Gabby, oh, I want Gabby so much, and Tabby. So basically, if you see the red letters under them, those are the ones that we can find today. So yeah, I think with that, let's see who is on our first ever Nook Mile Island of this island. It is a bunny, but it is Chrissy. Cake plate, if you're watching this. Shout out to you. Your favorite villager is Chrissy. So, love to see it. I don't think I'm actually going to look for the bottle on the beach today. Honestly, I don't need it. I have a spicy switch, you know, so I don't really need the DIYs. And I kind of want to get to more villagers, if that makes sense. So, I don't want to spend my time like shaking trees, collecting stuff, you know. I don't want to do all of that housekeeping grindy stuff. I have a forever island I can do that on. And honestly, I'm a little tired of the grind from our 30-day challenge. If you didn't see, I just finished a no Nintendo Online island challenge for 30 days, and it was very tiring. So I am so ready to decorate an island using all the spice I can. which will be this island. I'm actually working on 2 video islands right now. This is the first one, and if you didn't see the video of us starting this challenge, this island, I guess, it is a challenge as well. It's part of my Friendsgiving design challenge, which I explained in the first video in the very beginning, so if you want to pop over there and read it, I'll probably have the rules down in the description too. But it's open to everyone, and it's just a design challenge where you have a couple prompts that you have to follow, but everything else is like super relaxed. Like you don't need to grind or anything. So it's super fun, and I'm ready for like a more relaxed challenge. I don't know why, but for me, I don't know if this is like a brain thing, but sometimes I'm not the best at finishing islands. Literally just ask anyone that comes to my streams. I'm not good at finishing islands. Except for when they're a challenge island for some reason. So I've done 3 30-day challenges, and I finished all of them. Coincidence? I think not. I also think it's like, if I recorded 25 days of a challenge, am I really gonna quit when I only have 5 days left? Probably not. So I opened this challenge up to everyone, which I think is really fun. So we do have a Discord where people are getting really far in the challenge already. Like, I'm only looking for my first 3 villagers. Some people already have 5 stars on their islands. Are you kidding me? Which is so funny because this isn't meant to be like a super quick I mean, you can design an island at whatever speed you want, but technically like the challenge goes until November 30th, but some people already have like multiple builds done, and I'm like, I barely even have an island at this point. Like, I just started my island. I don't even have KK slider or anything. Oh, it was a kangaroo. But I don't know, I'm super ready for it, and I've just been like craving fall. I think it's because I live in Florida, and technically it's still summer because the first day of fall isn't until September 22nd, which I know that off the top of my head, which might be weird, but it's because my mom's birthday is September 22nd, and she's always said, my birthday is the first day of fall. So I remember that off the top of my head. Shout out my mom's birthday. But I'm super ready for it, and it's really sad in Florida. I don't know, we don't really have, it sounds weird, but we really don't have seasons here. It's usually like green all year round. It goes green to dead. But even during the winter, like if you live somewhere else, you'll probably be like covered in snow. We still have green trees outside, and we're wearing shorts and t-shirts. And with that means that like we don't really get the color changing leaves and stuff. And I've been working on another island, Pappuccino, which is a fall coffee core cottage core island. I've been working on that one only on streams. I don't think I've done any videos for that island. And that one is more in maple leaf season, and we just finished the entrance for it. And I don't know why, it just feels so good. Why are we getting so many pink villagers? We got Marina, Paolo, and Chrissy. This is not a pink island. Why are you giving me so many pink villagers? But yeah, so that island's been like super nice, and I'm just like so ready for fall too, because it does cool down a bit. When it's fall, it's still like usually hotter than other places still, but it does cool down, and I'm very sensitive to heat, which is super fun. My husband makes fun of me because he says I have like a really correct internal thermostat, so if our air conditioning's not running, which in Florida, I know some states, like some of my coworkers live in Maryland, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't have the AC on today. I'm like, what? Here we have AC every day of the year. Like, I don't think we turn the AC off at all. I mean, it's automatic, so if it's a certain temperature, it will like turn off itself, but we don't go and like turn it off, you know? So they're like, oh, turned off the AC today, which is so funny to me. Because I've never done that. I've basically lived in Florida my entire life. I moved here when I was a month old, so I'm basically a Floridian. But we usually have the thermostat set to, I don't know, like 76 is like when the thermostat turns on. Oh my gosh, it's Al. Did I say 36? I don't even remember what I said. 76. And 76, 77, I think, depending on the time of day. And it will be like right at that temperature. I'm like, it's hot in here. And he looks at the temperature and it's 77. And like the next second, that's when the AC turns on. He's like, you always know the temperature. I'm like, I'm not lying when I say I'm warm. Which is also funny because I don't know if other people are like this. Probably. I'm not like a special unicorn, right? But when I don't know, I want it to be cool in the room I'm in, and I want there to be constant airflow. Like if I'm in a room and like the temperature is fine, like that's good, but I want like the fan on. Like I need airflow. It can be cool, but I need circulation. I don't like stale air. So we have like so many fans in our house because not all of our ceilings have ceiling fans. So we have like, I have a fan that always sits like next to me when I'm sitting at this desk, just like pointing directly at me. But it's, and my in-laws make fun of me for this because they don't always have their ceiling fan on. So when I go over there, I always make Colin turn the ceiling fan on, and then immediately I grab a blanket. They're like, why do you want the fan on if you're just gonna grab a blanket? I'm like, I like to be cozy. What can I say? I love a blanket. And that's probably why we have 700,000 blankets in our house, because I use all of them. I also just found out something. Oh, I can't remember. Was it Scandinavian? Oh, I should probably look it up. But there was like, maybe I can look it up real quick. Scandinavian blanket? Yeah, okay, wow, good memory, Kaylee. It is the Scandinavian blanket method. I didn't know this was like considered a method. I just thought it was kind of normal. So I share a bed with my husband, obviously, but I don't know, I need my own blanket. Like, I don't like, even when my dog like lays on the edge of my blanket, I hate it. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm entrapped in the blanket. I want to be able to freely move my legs however I want. So we've always used 2 different comforters or like blankets. And apparently that's known as the Scandinavian blanket method, where if there's 2 people in the bed, they each have their own blanket and they don't share a blanket. I would hate to share a blanket. I would hate it, especially because I feel like I usually have like one leg sticking out of the blanket, and I feel like that's hard to do when you're sharing a blanket. I don't know, but I learned that it is, oh, Alfonso, he's cute. But I learned via TikTok that is called the Scandinavian method. And I don't know, if you share the bed with someone, let me know in the comments. Do you do the Scandinavian method? Sounds so fancy, the Scandinavian blanket method. Or do you share a blanket? And if you do you not feel like trapped? Do you feel trapped in your blanket in your own home? I don't know. We also share the bed with 2 dogs and a cat, because we have 2 dogs and 3 cats. But one of our cats sleeps with us, and then both of the dogs do. And our one dog sleeps under the blanket with Colin by like his legs, and then the other dog is more like me, where he gets hot easily. So like he sleeps on top of the blankets. So I feel like if we were to share a blanket, he would have to go under the blanket or on top of the blanket, and then I would feel super trapped. So, but ever since we like moved in together, even before we had either dog, we always had different blankets. Because I'm picky and I want the blanket how I want it. I would probably also like steal the covers in the middle of the night, which I know, see, that's another thing like people complain about. Like, oh, they're a blanket thief. Just get a different blanket, my guy. My guys, just get a different blanket. And then you don't have to worry about someone being a blanket thief. Especially because the video I saw about it on TikTok, the one person had like a duvet or like a normal comforter, and then the other person had a quilt. So it's also nice if you have like different preferences of like blanket texture, weight, thickness, you know? So, you know, I don't know, maybe check it out if you share a bed. Maybe Scandinavian blanket style will change your life. And if it does, I would like the credit. So thank you. If I did, you know, what can I say? I'm a life changer. What can I say? I'm changing lives playing Animal Crossing. How did I get to this topic? Oh, temperature? Fall. From fall. This is how my brain works. How did I get to this conversation? And it's funny when I record these videos because I'm literally just sitting in my office with my door closed with like one lamp on and a fan pointed at me. And I'm just talking to myself in a room. And I always thought that was interesting. Like, what's her name? Brittany Broski. She has like the Broski Report. By the way, I think she was my first ever normal villager. It was her or Aurora. I can't remember. No, I'm pretty sure it was Rhonda. My first ever normal villager. But the Broski report, I remember watching her one of the podcasts of hers, and I was like, she's so good at just talking. Like, she doesn't have anyone else on the podcast. She's just sitting there talking to herself. And I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. And it's funny because, like, the way I've recorded YouTube videos has changed so much since I first started. When I first started, I was, like, so scared to, like, mess up a word or not know what to say next, or to have, like, a slight pause between my sentences and stuff. And now I do a little bit of editing where I, like, cut out pauses and stuff, especially if it's a little bit of a longer pause, because I need to, like, swallow my spit, which sounds like really gross, but you know what I'm talking about. Or I need to, like, take a little sip of my drink because hydration is important. Or, you know, I just don't know what to say next, you know? Gotta think it up. Gotta use this little noggin for ideas to think about. I think also with that, I feel like Stream has really helped me with that. Like, being able to just talk a lot. Although on Stream it's a little bit easier because you usually have people helping the conversation. Like, when I record like this, like, especially like villager hunts where I'm just like yapping, looking at villagers, it's fun. See, she would work for this island too, but we didn't pick her. Also, her eyes kind of freak me out a little bit. Why are her, like, pupils white? I don't know. I think I've had her before, though. Actually, did I have her on Bouville? I had Molly. I don't think I had her. I don't remember who I had on that island. I should look it up. That's also me. I should look that up. Every question I have in my mind, I should look that up. But yeah, on Stream, it's nice because you also have, like, other people assisting in the conversation. Or, like, even sometimes on Stream, you'll be having, like, 4 different conversations with different groups of people. And you're just like, yep. And I struggle with that a little bit because I will completely forget what I just said 2 seconds ago. People are like, oh my gosh, I agree. I'm like, you agree with what? I don't even know what I said. My brain, once it's out of my mouth, I don't know what I said. I don't know what it was. What was my joke? I don't know. And I'm like, wait, what did I say? And then they have to remind me. So sorry about that, Stream chat. But yeah, with these videos, it's a little bit different because you don't have anyone else. So you just kind of gotta go off the dome, you know? Just gotta keep talking. But I definitely do think, like, Stream has helped me with that. Because when I first started videos and stuff, I had to write, like, basically a script for myself. And now when I record, I kind of just talk, you know? I think it's also, like, when you're first starting content creation, you're a little nervous. Although, I know some people who are newer to content creation that have a lot more, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word. This is also the problem. I can never think of words. A lot more confidence than I do. I also think it's partially because I grew up with a speech impediment. And you know what else? I am, like, terrified of public speaking, which is so funny because I stream, right? And you would think, isn't that kind of like public speaking? But it's different because I can't see you in stream. In stream, I'm just talking to myself, looking at my game, talking to myself. When I'm doing a presentation, I got hundreds of eyes looking at me. And I think I've told this story before, but I used to be so bad at, like, presentations in school, not because I didn't know what I was talking about or I wasn't good at school, because I was, but I really did, I wouldn't say poorly when I did, like, presentations and stuff. Even when I was in nursing school, I kind of didn't, I would get really stressed out, like, right before. And that was college, obviously, like, university. And, but in high school, we had to memorize to be or not to be. That, like, is it called a soliloquy? I don't know if that's what is a soliloquy? Or passage? I don't know. But you know the thing, to be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler to trust that, yeah, that whole thing. We had to memorize the whole thing. And I had it down packed, right? If I was just sitting at my desk, I could say it to myself perfectly fine out loud. Then I didn't even have to say it in front of the class, okay? This is how bad I was. Not bad. This is how anxious I was about it. And I don't know why. I don't know where this stemmed from. Where does like the fear of public speaking come from? Anyone know? Any psychologists in the comments know? Or any just general person know why we have such, like, why some people have such fears of public speaking? Is it tied back to my speech impediment? Or is it just like an anxiety thing? Because that could be also that. But we just got in line and my teacher was like sitting in a chair and we just had to walk up to my teacher and oh, it's Lolly. That's the wrong cat though. That's rude. Although, isn't she normal? I don't know though. There are a lot of peppy cats in this game. But yeah, she was sitting in a chair and we were just in a like single file line. We'd walk up to her and we'd have to present the thing that we had to memorize, the to be or not to be. And it was my turn. I got like 2 lines into it and I start crying. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, can I come back in a second? Can I just go to the back of the line? I don't remember. I think I ended up doing it like fine after that. But like, your girl was crying, just repeating like, I don't know, a 30-second dialogue. Oh, is it called a dialogue? No, because a dialogue is like between 2 people, right? I don't know. Anyways, your girl was crying because she was so nervous. And other people in the class, like I didn't know a lot of people in that class. Well, I knew who they were, but you know, you weren't like close to them. But they were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just freaking out because I don't know, because I'm weird." But then yeah, I think I went again and I it was fine because the issue wasn't that I wasn't like prepared or didn't know the material. It's like you kind of freeze in that moment. I don't know, but I have gotten a lot better at that since I've been an adult, which is really good. Proud of me. Proud of you, Kaylee. But I even remember, like, at my job currently, I am a business analyst and kind of like the scrum master for a couple teams. And if you don't know what that is, because I didn't know what it was until I became this position, it's kind of someone who helps the, like, software engineers at a company. So I help organize and, like, get information that they need to, like, do their work. And so every morning I have a meeting. It's called a stand-up meeting. Sounds so fancy. And basically I just show my screen. I don't know if this is how it works at other places, but this is how it works at mine, especially because we're remote. So we're in a meeting. I share my screen of like our board of like work that we're working on. And I go one by one down the line. "Hey, what are you working on? Do you have any blockers? All right, any questions that you need me to follow up on? Blah, 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 blah." And then they're like, "This is what I'm doing. I have no blockers, blah, blah, blah." But your girl was so nervous to do that at first. Yep. Although I've gotten a lot better at it. Now it's just awkward when I end a meeting. Oh gosh, it's big top. Does anyone else here work remotely in meetings and you're like, this sounds weird, but like in charge of ending the meeting, you're like, "All right, well, bye." Or is that just me being a weirdo? I usually end it with a cute little saying. I'm like if it's Thursday, I'm like, "Happy Friday Eve." Or if it's Friday, I'll be like, "Have a good Friday and weekend." I'm like, "Anyone have anything else to talk about?" And I go, "I hope not." And then someone does, and I'm like, "Dang it." And the meeting goes on for another like 15 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. And I remember this was 7th grade. It was in my English class. And I think the girl's name was Caroline, something like that. I don't remember which version it was. But we were doing like presentations. Also, I don't ever think I ever did that presentation. And I think the teacher just gave me a good grade on it. I don't ever remember presenting that. Maybe it was traumatic and I blocked it out of my mind, but I don't remember doing that presentation. Watch me have to go back and repeat my 7th grade year. That's actually like a repeated dream that I have, is that, okay, I'm a full grown adult with a day job and a degree, and I have they're almost like nightmares, but they're dreams. It's not really scary or anything. It's just like a stupid dream. But for some reason, it's usually like middle school. and I'll be like, we lost your transcript, or we found that you actually missed this credit that you had to do in middle school, so you have to go back and repeat the grade. And then me, at my grown age, has to go back to middle school. And all the kids are like, what the heck are you doing here? I'm like, listen, you think I want to be here? You think I want to be 28 sitting in a 7th grade classroom? No. Which is so funny. But I have that dream so often. It's always like slightly different, but it's like the same concept. Isn't that so weird? It's also funny because I feel like I've said that sentence 700 times during this video. So if it's annoying you, I do apologize. This little brain only works so hard. It's funny though, because I feel like I have a lot of, oh, it's Bella! I love her. She's so cute. I know for a fact she's a Peppy. But I have like a lot of dreams about like high school. I don't know, like I'm in high school, but it's kind of like I'm in high school, like high school time, but I'm also dealing with like things that are currently happening in my life. So like I'll be in high school and I'm like dating my current husband. My current husband sounds really weird. I'm dating my husband when I was in high school, but we didn't date in high school. We didn't date until we graduated high school. So it's funny. And then I'll be like, because I am currently pregnant. I always feel weird saying that in videos, but I am 21 weeks. By the time you see this, I'll be 22 weeks pregnant. And I'll be in high school dating my husband, but at the time he wasn't my husband, right? Because I'm in high school. And I'm pregnant. In the dream. So it's weird, like I'm back in time, but with like little aspects of current time. And a lot of it happens at, if you didn't know, I was like a competitive dancer from 5th grade to basically graduating high school. Except for like the last semester of high school because it was a lot of drama at my dance studio. But basically for, how many years is that? 7? No. Yeah, 7 years. I was at dance. So a lot of the dreams take place at dance. Poppy! Cutie! Did you know she's my birthday twin? August 5th. Let's go. But yeah, that's very weird. And people are like, it's weird that you have a lot of dreams about high school. I'm like, I don't know why. Like, I've had so many other life experiences that aren't high school. I also have a lot of dreams of me being back working in the hospital. And it's usually weird because I have my current job, right, where it's remote and I work as a business analyst now. But I used to be like a nurse in the hospital, right? Like taking care of like patients and stuff. So I'll have dreams that I'm working in the hospital, but it's usually like a per diem, which means like I just pick up shifts randomly. It's not like I have a schedule or anything. And I'll pick like a weekend shift or something. And I still have my current job, but I'm just doing this as a side job. I don't know why I would do that. I would never do that because I never want to work in the hospital again. It was traumatic. And it's very weird. Like I had a dream. I was moving to the pediatric ICU floor and I was getting trained on that floor. And I had 2 nurses training me. And they were 2 girls from my dance studio who were 2 years ahead of me. So they were 2 years ahead of me. And they were my training nurses. Like the nurses training me on the ICU floor. Which, by the way, neither of them are nurses. Neither of them are actually nurses. I don't remember what they work in. Like I'm friends with them on Facebook, but I don't know exactly what they work on. Like what they do for work. But they were my trainers in the ICU. And my patient, I don't even think I've told April this, but my patient was April's 12-year-old son. Which is so random. And during the dream, it was like a bunch of random stuff happening. Like I had to go outside. So usually when you're working in the hospital and you have a patient load, you're working on a singular unit, right? So a single floor of like, our floor had like 40 beds. So we would have 4 or 5 patients when I worked on the one floor, which was horrible having 5 patients, by the way. Do not recommend it. That's the one they gave us scribe techs, and they would document for us. Still horrible having that many patients at the acuity of our patient population that we had on that floor. But in this dream, I had to like go to different buildings for my patient. So I had to like, we have like a med room like in the hospital where like they keep all the medications that you have to get for your patients, and we use a system, I guess, called a Pixis, where you have to like sign in, go to your patient, and then like pick which meds you want. And it's like fancy. You have to like fingerprint scan yourself because, you know, like medications and like narcotics and stuff. Especially the floor I worked on, we gave out a lot of IV narcotics. So anyways, in that dream, that med room was in a different building. So I remember me going and getting the medication from that room, and then I had to leave that building, walk across like a courtyard with the medications in my hand to enter this other building to give my patient their medication. And I don't know why, you know how like details in dreams like don't make sense at all? I had a paper plate with just open pills, like just like a handful of pills on my paper plate, and I had to like fold the paper plate because it was like super windy and I didn't want any of the pills to fly away, which is not how that works. You don't just have little pills in your hand. They come in little like wrappers or packaging. But it's so funny. I was like fighting, you know, like really strong winds where it's like, oh my gosh, Winnie, I just had you. Did we just have 2 horses in a row? We just had Peaches too. Or was that a couple tickets ago? I can't even remember. But yeah, I was walking outside with a paper plate of just like loose pills, and I had to fold it over to protect them. And it was such strong winds that I had to like lean forward, you know, into the wind because it was so strong. And my 2 training nurses that were like my friends, like the girls from my dance studio, were now full-grown adults, obviously. They're full-grown women. But I guess in the dream they were women, but when I knew them, they were girls. I don't know. Anyways, they were like, can you stop messing around? We need to go give these medications. I'm like, this wind is just really strong. Wait, what? What am I doing? I don't want to go to someone's island. No. I don't want to go anywhere. Did I run out of tickets? Oh, I did. That was 20 tickets? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get more tickets. I'm actually really surprised we haven't even seen Patty yet, because I feel like I get Patty all the time. Patty and Tipper and Norma, aren't they all like normals and peppies? I'm just gonna take the rest of the 30 tickets. If I need more, I can grab some more. But yeah, they were like, stop messing around. I'm like, are you guys not being pushed around by this wind right now? And they're like, no. It's also really funny that April's son was my patient, because I've never met him in real life. I've only met him once, and that was during one of her streams where I played, it was his birthday stream, and I played Mario Party Jamboree against him. That was the only time I've ever interacted with that child. And that dream was like the next week after that. But yeah, I don't think I ever told April that, which is really funny. I don't remember why he was in the hospital either. I think it was like a really random thing. But yeah, dreams are really weird, and I feel like I used to never remember my dreams, and then all of a sudden I get like very vivid dreams that are very weird, but I remember a lot of, like every day I wake up, I remember my dream. Maybe not all parts of the dream, but I remember at least like the general idea of my dream, which I never did before, and I feel like it might be from like my antidepressant. Oh my gosh. Me saying, we haven't found Patty yet? That's weird. Immediately the next ticket, Patty. Patty's like, you know what? It is kind of weird that I haven't showed up. Oh my gosh, Patty. How you doing, girl? You want to come to my island? It'll be super cool. Isn't this the dress that people call the meat dress? Isn't it just an orange? Want to live on my island? Oh my gosh, yes. You can totally tell she's a peppy. Look at her. Moving cake. God, so stressful. So much to do. It really is. It really is a lot of work. Although you have like 4 belongings, Patty. And I'm giving you your furniture, basically. Oh, a bottle. Might as well grab this one. A windflower crown. So lovely that I got. I'm so glad I got that. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have that. Also, I find it weird that we don't have yellow windflowers, right? Because our normal flowers that you get in like seed form are red, yellow, and white. That happens for all flowers except for windflowers. They have white, red, and orange. Do windflowers just not come in yellow? Should I look it up? Yellow windflower. Oh look, here's a Reddit post. Why aren't there yellow windflowers or orange? Oh yeah, orange moms would be bomb. Are there any answers? The first comment is just saying, I would love orange moms. Not really helpful. The windflowers in the game look like they're based on Dutch windflowers, and I can't seem to find any yellow varieties of those in real life. And then it says, that's not to say they have to follow real world limitations. Blue roses? Are there not blue roses in real life? I am no flower expert. Blue rose. It looks like there's a blue rose. A blue rose is a flower genus Rosa. Prevents blue to violet pigmentation instead of the more common red, white, or yellow. I don't know. It looks like it's real to me. Hornsby, I need you on matcha. I want him on matcha and he hasn't showed up yet. We villager hunted for like 2 streams and we haven't found anyone for matcha. I don't even remember what I was just talking about. Oh yeah, I feel like I remember a lot of my dreams, which I never used to. That's why I think it's my antidepressant. I thought it was my mood stabilizer that I was on, but I had to stop taking that when I got pregnant and I'm only on the antidepressant now. So it can't be that. It would have to be the antidepressant, which is, I don't know if that's a common symptom of that, but I find it really fun. I like remembering my dreams. I don't know, it's like a little story in my head. It keeps me entertained. It's like I'm watching TV while sleeping. But I know a lot of people don't remember their dreams. I used to never remember my dreams. So now it's fun. I get little stories every night. I know some people also keep like a dream journal. I should do that. Write a whole book. Publish a book of my dreams. They'd be like, what is wrong with this chick? Also in that same dream where I was training in the pediatric ICU, it was very weird. Like we went to like a show in the middle of the stream, which you don't do. Like a show in the hospital of some sort. Like that, you don't have time to do that. What is happening? What are some other weird dreams I've had? I can't really think of any off the top of my head. That's the like main one that I feel like has been really weird recently. Also, I don't know how we got on the topic of dreams. I don't remember how I got there because we were talking about fall. And then somehow I got talking about dreams. And I don't remember why. But yeah, I'm excited for this island. Like I said, we were working on a fall island puppuccino, which is, I'm just going back to that topic because I don't remember how I got here. We're working on a fall island called Puppuccino, which is coffee cottagecore, like I said. We just finished the entrance, and I really love the entrance. I'm not really a cottagecore decorator. I don't know. I mentioned this in another video. Like, usually the villagers I tend to gravitate towards more. I like to say they have a little bit of spice, you know? I like the weird villagers. Like Tabby. I love Tabby. I love Nate with his little unibrow. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, Bee is cute, but, like, I wouldn't say she's, like, a favorite of mine, right? I don't know. Like, I feel like I just don't gravitate towards, like, the cottagecore villagers. I feel like the closest villager that I like, I do like Molly a lot, actually. But she's definitely not one of my favorites. But my favorite out of, like, the cottagecore, like, the stereotypical cottagecore villagers would be Eric. He's really cute. And I thought about having him on this island, but I was like, I'm gonna do a winter island. And I don't think it's gonna be Christmas themed this year, unless I do 2 for some reason. But I was thinking of having him on that island. And I also want penguins on that island. I really want to do an all penguin island. I know Emily did an all penguin island recently. I don't remember what it was called. But it was really cute. And the penguins are so adorable, and I feel like I never have them. Actually, have I ever had an island with a penguin on it? Because even my Christmas island that I did last year was tropical. So I had tropical villagers. Like I had Audie, I had Flora, villagers like that. I think I had Tangy, Julia, Lyman. Who else? Bud. I think I had Allie the alligator, you know? So I had a lot of tropical... Stu, hello. I've already seen you today. I had tropical villagers, but I'm trying to think. Have I ever had a penguin on my island? Okay. Running through the islands I've actually completed and posted a dream address. First up was Pebble, my kidcore jungle island. And I had 2 frogs, I had 2 ducks, I had Tangy, I had Chai, I had Rod, I had, did I say Flora already? I had Flora, Anka, and Savannah. So no penguin. And then after that was Rubble, which was a post-apocalyptic island. I love that island. But although we do play hide and seek on that island sometimes, and it's really hard to find people on that island, I will say. So that's good for you, hard for me. But that was like my first like video series island on YouTube. Don't go back and watch those videos. Probably really cringy. Me reading off a script really fast. I remember showing my videos to my grandma and she was like, "You talk so fast." I was like, okay, hater. My #1 YouTube hater, my grandma. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, "People watch this?" I'm like, "How dare you?" I was like, "Yes, they watch it." Oh, it's Clay. Didn't we already see him? I don't remember. But on that island, I had 2 frogs. I had Rattle and Cousteau, which at the time, Cousteau was my favorite villager. He's now my 3rd favorite villager. And then I knew I had Shep, I had Avery, I had Lucky, I had Dobie. Was it Zell that lived next to Dobie? And then Ike. I don't remember if it was Ike or... I think it was Ike. And then Kyle. That was the only one that I was like, maybe I had Boomer on the island, but I don't think I did. And then after that was Booville. Definitely don't think I had a penguin on that island. I know I had Poppy and Pearl that lived next to each other. And then Bo and someone who had a similar house to him. And then I know I had Anchovy on that island. And Molly. Gosh, I don't remember who else was on the island. Because I know there was the 4 in the front. There was a little neighborhood in the front, and it was Poppy and Pearl next to each other because they had similar houses, and I wasn't doing Happy Home Paradise. So I know for a fact those 2. Oh! It's Prince, one of my least favorite frogs. He's probably my least favorite frog, not gonna lie. But yeah, goodbye. Bye! I know Molly was in that neighborhood. Oh my gosh, I can't remember who was on that island. Should I look it up? I should look it up. Because I'm nosy. Let me look it up and I'll see you in 1 second. Also, why is YouTube giving me so much NFL content? Oh, because isn't like the season just started, right? But have I ever watched it on YouTube? No. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow, I forgot I had some of these villagers on this island. Also, I forgot that I had Hazel on this island, which is a crime because she's literally my favorite villager. What the heck? But on this island we had Maddie, Poppy, Bones, Anchovy, Hazel, Bo, Teddy, Pearl, Kevin, and Molly. I forgot I had Teddy on that island. Have I had Teddy on 2 islands already? Oh my gosh. And Bones. I don't think I had Bones on my other island though, that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I forgot about those villagers. What island was after Booville? I sound so nice and innocent in this video. That's crazy. I'm looking at my thing. Which island did I do next? It's Cloud. I've never had him. Soda Pop I did not finish. Mistletoe I did not finish. Clover I did not finish. Sablewood I did not finish. Marigold I did not finish. Sage did not finish. Yeah, I guess the next one was the next island I finished after that was my Halloween island, my 30-day island challenge, which was, I know I had Lucky and Muffy. I think I had Sally and Teddy. Nan. Who else did I have? I'm so bad at remembering this. I feel like I should remember this stuff. Anyways, I don't think it was a penguin. All in all, I don't think I've had a penguin on an island that I can think of. That I finished. There was no red penguin on my... There's no red penguin, right? Who was in that? Poppy? Benedict, Cherry, Apple. I have to like walk through the island in my head. That's how I remember. And then Cherry and Phoebe. And then in the back it was Lucha and Octavian. And Rudy. And then Rasher. So yeah, no penguin. But yeah, all of this because I was thinking about having a penguin island. Because the penguins are really cute. Well, some of them are interesting. Definitely not all my favorites. Like I like, Rolled is probably my favorite penguin. He's so cute. I definitely want him on my winter island. Which, I guess I can tell you what I'm planning to do. I want to do a winter, like, Norwegian fishing town. Which I kind of want, it's like kind of a similar, like, concept of what I was going to do on my Alaska island. Again, never finished that island. Shocker. Are we shocked that I never finished islands? Probably not. Although I have a decent number of completed islands. Sometimes it takes me a bit to start one and stick to it, you know? That's why I was saying, I think in the beginning of this video, I said, I'm really good at finishing challenge islands. And other islands, not always great. Let's go! It's Nate! Natey boy, you're coming home with me. You're coming home with me. How are you, my guy? People call him lettuce browns. Listen, I just like a strong brow. Okay? I mean, look at our lineup. Are you kidding me? The three last boys on the list down below all have a strong brow. What can I say? I have bushy eyebrows. I got a strong brow. And I love to see it in my villagers. You know, it's called representation. It's called representation. There's no taxation without representation. I mean, I guess there isn't really taxation in this game. If anything, yeah, you don't get tax, you get interest. Which, annoyingly, they decreased the amount of interest you get in this game. And I think it's because people were abusing it. Looking at you if you abused it. Where you would travel to like the 30th or 31st of the month, and then you would just time travel to the 1st, and you get a bunch of interest in your bank. And now they've decreased it by a bunch. But it used to be a lot, like a high interest rate, but like a good interest rate, you know, not like an interest rate on your loans. I mean, I guess they could tax us, and we just wouldn't know if it was like in the sale price of an item. Like maybe that's why things are expensive at like Nook's Cranny, and why they buy it for less, because tax, sales tax, Nook tax. It would probably be called Nook tax. Because they call Nook... I'm actually kind of surprised it's bells and not like Nook bells. Or Nook cash. You know? It's Zoe. I actually don't mind Zoe. I actually don't mind her. She's one of the better anteaters in my mind. I do like Antonio. I also like Annabelle, but I feel like not a lot of people like Annabelle. She's the like armadillo or pangolin? You know what I'm talking about? That P word? I don't know how to say it, but it's that one. Pangolin. Something like that. I don't know. I said armadillo and people were like, no. Not an armadillo. I feel like an armadillo villager would be so cool. Like one that like actually looks like an armadillo, you know? That'd be cool. That'd be dope. Also, there are like a couple species that I think would be cool to be brought to Animal Crossing. Like I know one that a lot of people want are bat villagers, which I think would be so cool. Especially when I'm working on my vampire island. If I could have bat villagers! Are you kidding me? I would be unstoppable! I'd be unstoppable on my vampire island if I had bat villagers. Who's here? Another pink villager. Midge. I actually don't mind Midge. Don't mind her. What other creatures? I don't know. I really want a fox villager. But isn't Red supposed to be a fox? Isn't he supposed to be a fox? His Is it rude to say his eyes kind of freak me out? Aren't they like diagonal or something? Maybe I'm just thinking of him incorrectly. But like I feel like you could do a fox. Oh, is Chief supposed to be a fox? Chief is fancy. Chief, a lot of the wolves are like very fancy feeling, you know? They give me fancy vibes. Although like Sky, she's not very fancy. She's a little derpy looking. But like Whitney, fancy. Chief, fancy. Fang, fancy. They're the upper class. They're upper class. Oh my gosh. What are their... I would love to have villagers like reptile villagers. Like Flick. I love Flick. I want a villager like Flick. Oh look, it's another cow. Norma. Okay, yeah, so Norma's normal, which kind of makes sense. Norma, normal. Patty, Peppy. I broke the code. Gabby, Peppy. Tabby, Peppy. It doesn't work with Maggie though. Maggie, normal. B, normal. Also, yeah, the only villagers we can find now are Maggie and B. So, that'll be fun. I don't know how much longer I'll record for, because it's already been over an hour. And I don't want the video to be too long. I know some of you like long villager hunts though, so maybe. But yeah, reptile villagers, that would be dope. Because Flick and his dad, I don't remember what his dad's name is. I'm so sorry to the OG Animal Crossing gang. He's like a chameleon though. What is he called? Isn't his name Nate? Isn't it Nate or something? ACNH Flick Dad. Oh, it's Nat. Okay, Nat. It's Nat. N-A-T. And then, what's his face? CJ's dad is like a huge beaver. Oh, it's Lily. Oh, little girl. Okay, bye. Not gonna take her. But right, although, you know, me having a thought, not completing the thought, and jumping to another thought. But what I was gonna say, like, Flick and his dad, Nat, already have, like, different styles to them. But typically in the game, they like to stick to the same, like, structure of the villager. And they just change, like, the colors and design on top of them. Which I don't think any villagers really break that, do they? But I was gonna say because they have different, like, looks to them, it would be easy for villagers. But they'd probably just take, like a Flick design and change the colors on it, which would be kind of lame. I want like different shaped reptiles, like a skink or a newt. A newt. And you could call him what would be a good name for a newt? I was gonna say Newtington, but is that a word? Isn't the guy from, isn't that his name from that like Harry Potter or like spin-off movie or whatever? I didn't really watch Harry Potter or get that at all, but oh, it's Mitzi. I thought it was Mary again. I was like, hello? Wait, did I see Mary today or was that a different island? I don't even remember. I don't remember. What would they, yeah, I'm trying to think. Also, what would my dream villager be? I really want them to make a normal panda. Just give me a normal panda. We have panda-esque villagers, but none of them are like panda. You know what I mean? Chow? A pink and blue panda? Really? Pinky? Of course she's pink. Chester, kind of a panda, although I do love Chester. Don't get me wrong, I love Chester. He's a good little boy. But really, not a real panda, you know? Not a real panda. I would love to see a normal panda. And also, like I said, a normal armadillo would be kind of cool. I think like the closest to that would be Antonio, right? I guess the one villager that is kind of different though, right, is Annabelle, because she has a different tail than the other ones. Are any other villagers like that where they have a different like part of their body like that? I can't think of anything off the top of my head other than that. I can't think of another villager who, oh, I'm actually kind of surprised it took this long to find Celia. I see Celia all the dying time. All the dying time. Oh, I guess another one that's a little bit different is Drago, right? Because he has like the frillies, kind of. The frillies. But not a lot of villagers have like different structures to them. Like even if you look at the two bears on the screen, they're the same, just different colorings. Same with the dogs. They're the same. I wonder how many tickets I have left. How many have we gone through? I know we've gone through at least 22. Because that's when we found Patty. We found Patty on 22. I'm feeling 22. I am actually not a Swiftie. So, I don't know anything about her lore or her drama. I do know that she just got engaged to Travis Kelce. Which I don't... It might just because they're like weird, like, I don't know. They aren't like very affectionate to each other in person. Or like in front of people. But like, it doesn't look like they like each other. Is that just me? Am I gonna get attacked by the Swifties? Sally. I love Sally. She was also thought about for this island. But I was like, her sweater is too winter. So I said no to her. So I only have myself to blame for not taking her. But yeah, I don't know. They were on their like, because the Kelce brothers have their own podcast. I don't remember what it's called. They have their own podcast. And she was on it. And I only saw, to be fair, I only saw one clip of it. But she was saying like, I like that color sweater on you. And he was like, I know, it's the same color as your eyes. And I was like, do they even know each other? I mean, I bet I feel like if they're getting married, obviously they like each other. It just doesn't seem that way. Although, to be fair, it's not like I see them all the time. That was like one of the only clips that I've seen of them. So, who am I to judge? They might be deeply in love. Also, we know Taylor Swift will break up with a dude because she makes 20,000 songs about it. But yeah, Swifties don't come for me. You know, they could be happily together. I just don't see it. It was just that clip. I don't know, they just felt weird in that clip. Like, I know, it's the same color as my eye. It's the same color as your eyes. I was like, do you even know her? Do you guys know each other? This is what I get for saying that I found Celia, like, late in the hunt. We get Celia again. I think I'm gonna do 2 more tickets. 2 more. So we'll do 41 tickets, I guess. Because it's already been over an hour of recording, so I don't want the video to be too long. Who do we guess? Okay. If you're still watching at this point, put down which 2 normals do you think we're gonna see next? I don't know any normals. I feel like we're gonna see Maple. Who else is a normal? I'm so bad at the villagers. Like, not species, the personality types. Is Puddles a normal? Or is she a Peppy? See, that's like the main issue. I get the normals and the Peppies mixed up. Especially because you find both of them on this hunt. So they just kind of blend in together for me. Who's a normal? Is Bon Bon a normal? Or is she a Peppy? I don't know. I'm so mad at this. I feel like I'm better at knowing the boy villagers. But again, like lazies are the only boys you can find on this one. Smugs are the ones that come in the campsite. Jocks are the one that you get when you first start. And then Crankies are the only one left over. So, I don't know. It's Norma. Anyone guess Norma? Ding, ding, ding. You were correct. Okay. And then one more ticket. Also, I thought our sister fruit was different than the one that our mom gave us. Because she gave us apples. Is it not different? Because we have cherries on the island. I thought the one that your mom gave you and your sister fruit were different. Maybe I'm just incorrect and I don't know how to play this game. Also, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I think this outfit is a slay the house boots down moment. I feel like it's fall. You know, it looks like my character is about to go get a pumpkin spice latte. Iced, obviously, because we live in Florida. If you drink coffee, are you an iced coffee drinker or are you a hot coffee drinker? I am by far an iced coffee drinker. The only time I drink hot coffee is when I go to my in-laws' house for like brunch or breakfast. And they like brew coffee like I guess normal people do. So like I'll drink their coffee that they make because I'm not gonna go thirsty. But when I drink coffee on my own, it's iced coffee. Mainly cold brew or lattes. Cold brew or lattes. I never go for like the normal coffee but iced. I do really like espresso though. So like a latte is perfect. A latte is perfect. I remember when I worked in the hospital, I used to get a venti double shot. And I'm pretty sure that's 4 shots of espresso. Is that 4? I think it's 4 shots of espresso, which is crazy. I used to also get an obscene amount of... Oh my... Hello? Norma? Did anyone guess double? If you guessed double Norma, you literally should go play the lottery right now. Ma'am. You can't show up twice in a row. She's like, you showed up twice in a row? Why can't I do it? Yeah, because I'm looking for you. Well, not for you, but for villagers. Aw, could you imagine that the villagers were on hunts for humans? Stop, that's gonna make me cry. That is gonna make me cry. The villagers are like, I keep going to these islands, hoping that I'll find someone to take me home to their island. Don't make me cry. Like that short film thing that someone made. I'm pretty sure was it claymation, or was it just like animated but kind of looked like claymation? Also, if I find out their name, I'll put it on the screen for you. But it was like they had a bunch of them for Animal Crossing, and they were like little short films. They were really good too. But one of them was like what happens when you reset your game, and it was like all the villagers being really scared. And it broke my heart. It broke my little heart. Oh, look, a bench. I love this bench. Although I don't like that tree there, so let's go on this side. Get out our camera. Gotta set up. Are you kidding me? Look at my character right now. She is the epitome of fall, girl. Also, I still don't have any reactions. Look at that little bird up there. I've never actually looked too much at it. You know what I just realized? That bird looks a lot like Twiggy, the villager. Although Twiggy's supposed to be like a parakeet, isn't she, or something like that? I don't know. Anyways, friends, that's going to be the end of this video. We found 2 of our villagers. I might just autofill the next plot. And then maybe next video we can do the campsite. So we'll see that. I don't want to bore you with like doing the whole plot situation. Also, I need to go eat a snack. Or ice cream. Probably ice cream. So, I will see all of you in the next one. A big shout out to our members, including our highest level, the Pigeon Legends. They're legendary. They are April Honey, Witch Cozy Game Today, Jojo Crosses, and Treasure Cozy Crossing. Thank you guys so much. And I will see all of you in the next one, where hopefully we get a cute campsite villager. If it is the correct campsite villager, it will be Henry. I almost forgot Henry's name for a second. I don't know if I've ever had Henry in the campsite, actually. I don't know. But yeah, I will see all of you in the next one. And with that, goodbye. Again, I can't wave, so bye.